Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about word problems for inequalities. So our central question is going to be, how do I write and solve inequalities for word problems? Question mark. All right, so there are 5 steps, and the steps are to read the problem, highlight and underline the keywords or phrases, define the variable, translate the words into an inequality, and then solve. So let's go ahead and get started with an example. So you have $95 to spend on video games. Let's go ahead and highlight that because that is important. I'm actually going to underline it. The store has a sale on video games where they are all $12.99 each for one day only. Write an inequality that represents the number of video games you can purchase without spending more than $95. How many video games can you purchase? So this is assuming that we're not including tax, and you obviously only have $95, so you can only spend up to that amount. So we're going to set x equal to the number of video games. We have $95, and we know that the amount that we spend on video games, so where our x is, so we know that each video game is $12.99. Where our x is, it needs to be less than or equal to $95. So this is our inequality. I'm going to rewrite it because I just want you to see the inequality on its own. And now we're going to, in red, I will solve the inequality. So we want the x by itself, so we're going to divide by $12.99 on both sides. And so when we do, we get x is less than or equal to 7.3. You can only buy 7 games, and you're going to have some money left over. It's not like you can buy 0.3 of a video game, so you can buy 7 video games and you will have some money left over. All right, here's another example. A membership to a fitness club costs $90 to join, and an additional $30 each month. Solve an inequality to find the maximum amount of time you can be a member for $600. Okay, so let's identify what x is. So x is going to be the number of months you can be a member. I'm just going to put number of months. And we have a little bit more information on the side with our variable this time. So right up front, it costs $90 to join, and then an additional means add, $30 each month. So that means our variable is going to go with a 30. We want to make sure that this amount, since we only have $600, is less than or equal to $600. So this is our inequality. I'm going to rewrite it again, and when I rewrite it again, this is where we will solve. Okay, so we're first going to subtract 90 on both sides, and we will get 30x is less than or equal to 510. Now we're going to divide by 30 on both sides, and when we do, we get x is less than or equal to 17. So that means that you can belong to the gym for 17 months when you have $600 to spend on that gym. All right, now we are on the next page. So Susan earns $80 per day. Let's go ahead and highlight that. And $12 an hour for overtime. If she cannot earn more than $130 in a day, what is the maximum number of hours she can work overtime? So for some reason, we don't want her to earn more than $130. So let's set up our inequality. So she's automatically, she automatically is going to get $80 per day. And additionally, she's going to get $12 an hour. So that's where X is going to go. And we want this side of the inequality to be less than or equal to 130. Let's also go ahead and define our variable. So our variable X means the number of hours. Okay, so there's our inequality. I'm going to write it one more time because when I write it in red, we will solve. So we are going to subtract 80 on both sides. And then we are going to have 12x is less than or equal to 50. I'm going to divide by 12 on both sides. And so I get x is less than or equal to 4.17. So she cannot work more than 4 hours of overtime if she wants to keep her pay $130 or less. Keith has $500 in a savings account at the beginning of the summer. He wants to have at least $200 in the account by the end of the summer. If he withdraws $25 each week for food, clothes, and movie tickets, how many weeks can Keith withdraw money from his account? So this is very realistic. Let's go ahead and identify what X is. X is the number of weeks Keith can do these things in order to keep $200 in his account. So he starts off with $500 in his account. And his plan is to essentially lose or spend. So we're going to subtract $25 each week with his activities. And we want to make sure that this amount stays above or equal to $200. So that's how you would set up the inequality. I'm going to rewrite it for when we solve so you can see the steps. And we're going to go ahead and subtract 500 on both sides. When we do, we have negative 25x is greater than or equal to negative 300. We need to divide, and we're going to divide by a negative 25. So that means that we're going to have to flip our sign since this is an inequality. And when we do, we're going to get x is less than or equal to positive 12. Okay, so that means that Keith can withdraw $25 for 12 weeks when he starts out with $500 and have at least $200 in his bank account by the end of the summer. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.